Did you change away from number 5 so that Chris's number could get retired? Is that the thinking there?
That definitely wasn't the thinking, but it's awesome that he's receiving this honor at the game on Saturday. I didn't know that it was happening when I decided to change, but kudos to him. I'm happy for him.
Josiah, do you know him very well? I mean, watch clips, and since you've been here.
Definitely have seen clips from him, seen him work out here. Had good conversation with him. He's a great guy. Besides being a great basketball player, I've learned a lot from him. Trying to perfect my shot, learning how he was able to, shoot the ball so well. And just sit down, talk about life when he was here. He's really down to earth. You would never know that he had all these accolades. And he's been through a lot, and so me going through injuries, and I wouldn't say it compares to what he had to go through, but just learning from him and how he was able to handle adversity has helped me out a lot.
Once you started paying attention more to Tennessee basketball, I guess during the recruiting process, how long did it take you to learn, or maybe once you got here, who Chris was and everything that he had done?
Yeah, I didn't hear about him much before getting here, but like I said, he's always been around during the summers, and so I see him working out, and he's not missing, and so I ended up asking coaches and GAs, like, who is this guy? And then from there on, I just looked up highlights and got to know him better. And so I would say I didn't learn about him until I got here, but I'm very familiar with him now.
How are you feeling after playing 3 games? I mean, are you good? I mean, is there any setbacks?
No, I feel great. I don't feel like there's any setbacks. We're definitely trending upwards right now. I wouldn't say my knee's an issue at all. It's still just trying to get my minutes back up, still trying to get into game shape, which sometimes can take a while, but I'd say that's really just my main focus right now. My body feels great.
What have you learned about Chris Lofton's legacy that he left here?
That I don't think anybody else can duplicate it. He's, if not the greatest shooter in college basketball ever, in my opinion. The people of Tennessee, Vol Nation loves him for good reason. He's a great guy, and that I learned that if I just try to emulate him on and off the court, that my legacy will be left right where it needs to be.
Since you came back, enough motivation, but do you feel an extra sense of motivation this weekend to try and win for him with being his home state team?
Definitely. We always want to beat everybody we play, but especially the rivalry games. The crowd's going to be here. We want to put on a show and stay undefeated at home. But definitely, trying to, have this day be as good as possible for him, and that, in that case, being a win.
Have you hunted your shot more over these last 3 games?
I wouldn't say more. I just come out with the aggressive mindsets that my coaches and my teammates need from me. And I'd say that, I'm shooting the shots that they want me to shoot, that I'm comfortable shooting. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. But I wouldn't say I've come out thinking I have to shoot. I just feel like that's my role on this team.
You asked what you knew about Lofton when you got here. What did you know about Tennessee, Kentucky when you got here?
I didn't know a lot. I remember I came on one of my visits, an unofficial visit, when they beat them here, I think, when Admiral and Grant and Bone were on the team, and that was the craziest atmosphere I'd ever seen. And I knew right then and there that this is definitely something I was excited to be a part of. And, since being here, the rivalry has been great. We just want to keep that tradition going.
What made it crazy?
The craziest part that I can remember is the Admiral dunk, and then the crowd went crazy, and then the lob pass from Grant to JB. Yeah, those were the 2 craziest moments. And then I think they beat them pretty handedly, so it was just awesome to see. And then the celebrations afterwards was great.
What changed for this team after that game at Rock last year?
I wish y'all could have been in that film session. There's a lot of soul searching that we had to do as a team. We always hang our hats on the defensive end, and to let a team score 107 points on us is, uncommon. But you have to understand that it can't happen ever again. And so we did a lot of soul searching. Coach got on us pretty heavily, and we got on each other. And I think that we just held each other accountable, and we got embarrassed on national television. We told ourselves we didn't want that to happen again.
Rod talked earlier this week about how Jemai, I think last year after that game, or at some point when y'all were struggling in the month of January last year, talked to you about kind of your energy and how that impacts the team as a whole. What was that conversation like with him, and hearing that, and what's been your mindset since?
Yeah, it was really good. It was actually after the LSU game where we just had like a players and coaches meeting, so we put it out all on the table. Everybody shared their feelings in that. He mentioned it to me in front of everybody, which I feel like was kudos to him, because that's hard to do, to call somebody out. But I feel like that's the culture that we have here. When you're calling somebody out or you're expecting something from somebody, it's all from a place of love. And he just wants me to be at my best, and I appreciate him for that. And it definitely made me do a lot of self-reflection, just knowing that, even though there's days where I don't have the energy or feel like I need to take a day off, I really can't do that being one of the leaders of this team, because I feel like this team goes as not only as I go, but as the senior guys go, the leaders of this team, the people who have been here. So, just got to come in each and every day, whether I feel like it or not, and have a smile on my face, be enthusiastic, and hopefully the day will go well.
How have you seen Euros respond since Rick called him out after that Arizona game?
I've seen him respond great. He's cut down on the antics, and he's been playing really good all year. It's just sometimes he's very emotional, and he lets that kind of get the best of him. He'll admit it. And sometimes it hurt us throughout the year, but he's responded really well. He's doing his job, which is rebounding and defense, and I feel like he's excelling at a high level.
With that Josiah moment, what's that like as an upperclassman, a guy who's been here 6 months, kind of says that, and how do you have to kind of humble yourself after that?
It was a lot. Like I said, I had to do a lot of self-reflection and, understand that I wasn't doing my job as somebody who is a leader on this team, or people who look up to me day in and day out. And so, I know I wasn't on my A game, and that I had to take a lot of steps, not on the basketball court, but just me as a person, just to be better.
What's going to be key to slowing down Oscar as a group on Saturday?
Like you said, it's as a group. It's not one person. It's not just the 5 or 4 is guarding them. It's us as a team stopping them. We know that they like to get him the ball in isolation, so we can't leave our post guys or whoever's guarding them on an island. Just play team defense against them and try to contain them.
Josiah, what are you seeing from Zakai this past month? It seems like he's really cranked it up a notch.
Yeah, he's been playing at a really high level. I know Coach got on him early in the season just about him not being a pass-first player and wanting him to see him get his teammates involved or get us involved more, and I think he's done a great job of that. I think the last 3 games that he's played, he's put on a show of just how good of a point guard he really is, and I think that he's really accepting that role right now and excelling at it.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Wyatt.